Now in the West, interesting. The Lakers are third right now.
Yeah.
They end up playing. If it stayed pat right now, it'd be Minnesota. Is OKC? I want to say this. Who can beat OKC? We believe in them, but yet we think. I think a lot of consensus is they're not the overwhelming favorite to come out the West.
I know. Yet the fact that they're so good defensively and they come at you in waves. You know, when they came to Brooklyn, they had just lost at home. That was the game where they lost to Minnesota. Remember, they lost like a 16-point lead or whatever it was,
Gave
a
it up.
13-point lead, like the last like four. It was something crazy. So they came to Brooklyn and they must have thought, this team's nothing. And they were getting smoked. And they were down at one point, I think it was like 16 or 18 points. And then at the start of the fourth quarter, it was Gilgeous-Alexander on the bench. I believe they went on an 18-2 run. And it was a guy, Cason Wallace. And it was Aaron Wiggins. I mean, when they want to turn it up defensively. So that
Isaiah Joe.
Exactly. Another kind of no-name guy. So those guys, so the fact that if you could defend, that translates to the playoffs. What would concern me about them is, let's remember, they were knocked out in the second round last year. I get it. No Isaiah Hartenstein, no Holmgren. They needed that size. But I don't know. You go into a playoff series and you got to go up against LeBron and Luka. That would concern me a little bit.
Yeah. And that's what I was looking at the West. And I was like, it's not as clear cut and dry just because just like Boston, they had to kind of go through the gauntlet, get to the Eastern Conference Finals, lose it, and then boom, they broke through. Yep. OKC hasn't had that kind of adversity yet outside. I mean, again, losing last year, but you had circumstances. They haven't gotten to the Western Conference Finals with the expectations and then lost it and kind of gone through. So it's going to be very interesting too to see once the playoff picture shakes out where the Lakers land, where Denver ultimately lands. So I think right now with Houston, I love Houston, but as far as being a number 2 seed, they're not a number 2 seed to me.
Yeah.
With regards to really threatening to get to a Western Conference, because they might have an issue. Shoot, it depends on who at 7. In that first round.
They could get the Clippers. They could get the Warriors. They could get Minnesota.
Our matchup. If we stay at 7 and go against Houston, I love our matchup against
I do too.
Check out new episodes of The Jim Jackson Show every Thursday. Watch on The Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Follow the show on Instagram at Jim Jackson Show, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.